And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue and fish. One fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue and fish. Okay. Fish, and a red fish, blue. Sound check is good on Twitch. I think I heard it already on YouTube. We'll just take a peek though. Sound check is good on Twitch. I think I heard it already on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is good. Twitch is good. We are ready to do stuff. Happy Dinosaur Day. So I am. Yo, Leo, how you doing? YouTube be YouTubing. Okay. I had started working on another outfit today, so I think I'm gonna pick up with that. It's gonna be kind of a loosely ancient Greek inspired armor set. And I'm going to try to maybe work on the boots a little bit now. And we'll bring up the outfit a little bit later, the rest of the outfit. It's going to have kind of an armor plate with kind of some straps and a skirt and thigh boots. And we'll give her a sword and a shield and maybe a headband to go with that. That's what I'm thinking right now. And I did just start this a little earlier today. So actually, let me just bring up the outfit real quick. We sent ancient. I called you ancient. Ancient boots. Ancient. There we go. So it's gonna look something like that. That's not the boot. This is actually, I started with the Roseblade outfit. Oh, and I gotta add a panty to this too, so that she's a little more decent. So something a little bit like that. This is gonna be an armor chest plate. We're gonna have the big leather straps in the front with the skirt. I'm gonna have boots that'll come up to the thighs. I think I'm gonna add some pauldrons. Maybe at least one. I think I'm gonna put one on the top. And then I'll add a vambrace. I'm not gonna need those probably. I'm gonna probably get rid of those. Because I think I'm gonna skip forearm or upper arm armor. I think. And the vambrace is going to be just a solid piece. No straps on that. So that's what. Oh, and I'm going to have a belt, and we're going to have the scabbard coming off the belt. And we'll give her a big round shield to go with it. Maybe not quite as large as a Greek shield, but somewhere in there. Something like that. So anyhow, I'm gonna work on the boots right now. And I dug up my old witch thigh boots, and we're gonna start with those. So let's open that up. Open recent. There we go. Because I saved this as ancient boots. There's a witch outfit that's got thigh boots. It looks like that. we're gonna re-import. This is gonna be a flat sole boot. And so we're gonna rework some of this stuff. And I'm gonna run laces right up the front. And I think that's the look that we're gonna go for here. So I'm gonna probably, well, first off, we're gonna redo this sole. I'm gonna put the toe cap farther down. So I need a flat sole boot starter, and I think I have one in Crossroads. Let's see what we got. Let's activate Blender. I think 5.2 is out now. Let's go check. I'll download it, but I won't install it. Don't install stuff on stream, Chris. That's blender.org. Latest open movie in Blender. Singularity. I have to catch that. Catch it on YouTube. Downloads. The latest one is the 5.12. I saw some stuff. I guess you can get the beta. All right, I'm not going to worry about 5.12. I got 5.11. Probably good enough. Looking for LTS releases. What are the LTS releases? 4.25 is the latest LTS release. Can we get the daily builds? Oh, 5.2 is still in alpha. I see. Oh, the beta drops on Wednesday. Got it. All right. Anywho, I'm going to stick with the 5.1. I don't really see the need to do the 5.12, I don't think. It's just probably little bug fixes, and I haven't run into the bugs yet. So anyhow, there we go. There's Blender. Beautiful, beautiful Blender. I think my Crossroad boots. So what I'm looking for is a sole that I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to open up another project. Just some fixes. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I haven't felt the need for a fix. So I'm not really feeling the need to have to download that and update. Okay, up. Where am I going? I'm going to fantasy. I went too far. Fantasy. Now Crossroads had some flat sole boots, I believe. There's the boots. Somewhere in here. I'm just looking to steal a sole. Maybe not. I don't see any boots in here. I see a belt. Maybe I didn't save the boots. Damn it. Don't you hate it when that happens? Um I don't know. Let's look around for some boots. I've got to have some boots around here somewhere. Probably. What have I done recently in the fantasy? I think Night Vale. Did Night Vale have a heel? Light didn't have boots. Was I just in Crossroads? I was just in Crossroads, and that didn't. Um, I liked the boots, but I didn't. Yeah, after I got done with them, I didn't care for the texturing. It just looked weird. Art outfit doesn't have boots. This has. I think this has boots, but they're not flat. But you know what? I think if I find boots in here, I'll use this as maybe the starting point. Maybe not. You know what? Let's just do file new. I'm going to make a note. I'll just make a new soul. General, don't save. We're just going to use the base. Genesis 9. That right there. All right. As I usually do, I will start with a plane. Tab in. We're going to just kind of line this up. So what I do is I usually have a center line, and and that usually gives me enough to get the general shape, and then we can just subdivide that from there. Tab A. Look at this scale. Scale on the Y. Okay, now I'm going to orient this on the outside so that my local axis is going to run like this. Like so. Almost there. Maybe a little more rotation. Here, let's switch. I think that's about right. I kind of want the center point of this here. And this usually I end up cheating it towards the big toe. So this is probably good. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch this to local. So now my axis is running up and down that way. Oops, did I accidentally add a... I did. I didn't want you. So I can just scale. I'm going to pull you back a little bit. You're going to come in. You're going to go in. You two are going to come out a little bit. You're going to come back this way, and you guys are going to come out a little bit. I may want to slide that back a bit, or actually rotate it so that it runs more along the, so that it actually kind of runs through here. We'll just run a G stretch on that. Is it the blue? It's the blue. Probably good. Those should probably be a little neater. I'm going to resave this. I'm going to do something I've been meaning to do for a little while. There are faces on these toes, which cause the actually in Marvelous Designer that. So Marvelous Designer will push off the direction of the normal for the avatar. When you've got toes with these normals on the underside going that way, it sometimes causes funny things to happen with the clothes on top. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in here and strip out these underside faces. So all my normals are basically pointing away from the foot. And I'm going to hope that that makes it a little bit better. Anyhow, let's put a little sub D on this. Generate sub D, right? Note that was a solidify. So close, solidify subdivision. There we go. And then the idea is just to get, I gotta get this out over on the, past the foot, don't we? We'll do kind of like that. You know what? I'm gonna knock you off a little bit. Maybe bring you out. That's probably going to be good. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop everything just from the groin because I want the thigh boots to come up into about here. So, and actually, I only need one leg. So let's see, can we just, does that loop all the way around? No, it doesn't. Damn it. Do you loop all the way? No, of course you don't. That would have been too easy. All right, we'll just do this way. We'll just lasso select. Kind of through there. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of work on the toes. Did you come in with did you come in with materials? You did. Yay. So we can select just the toenails. Maybe. It did select just the toenails. If I just get rid of the toenails, it's going to leave big holes. So I don't quite want to do that. Right? Yep. So I'm going to do here. Let's just hide everything. Damn it. Hide everything that we don't need. And I'm just going to get rid of these edge faces through here. You know what? I'm just going to get select that, get rid of these, and then I'm going to get rid of these undersides. Kind of, yo, I'm making thigh boots. We're doing thigh boots today. I'm reworking my foot avatar though. We're removing all the weird facing normals off the model because I think that'll make it easier in Marvelous Designer when we fit most of the boot. All right, delete the faces. I've got these little, yeah, that's right, delete the faces. Some of this stuff is going to be disconnected, but okay, let's turn that off so it's easier for me to just kind of grab. I think these are those separated? Those are separated, so we can get rid of those. She should get a doctor. Possibly. They should get a doctor. We're looking at the androgynous figure here. Are we good? I think I'm good. I think I've removed all the weird. No, wait, I got some right in here, don't I? So in general, I'm only left with faces with normals pointing away. All right, we're going to work with that. I know there's gaps, but it'll be fine. There's small gaps. So I'm going to save this. Projects, fantasy, let's sort by name because I can't see find what I'm doing otherwise. Fantasy, ancient, and I'm going to stick that right in there. This is just going to be G9, 9 leg. Oh, let's do a couple of shout outs too. We have a Leo shout out. Not that it goes anywhere, but it's cool.
This is Sparta!
Of course, we got our Napsmore. Check out Napsmore over on Twitch. Is this all good? Here, we're just going to do the DAS preset. Export that. I want to export you. Really doesn't make any difference which one. This is what I used to sew to. And so we're going to export that. And what am I calling you? I'm calling it ancient right now, but I got to come up with some sort of cool ancient Greek name for it. Ancient boot is what we're calling it right now. All right, let's actually I need to put UVs on that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to apply. We'll apply our sub D. And we'll tab in here and 3U doesn't make any difference. A3U unwrap is good. That's what I need. I need to have the UVs. Okay, export again. All right, now we're back into Blender. This is an old sexy witch outfit boot. I mostly just need it for this part, but that's fine. So we're going to get rid of the old soul that's in here. And we're going to get rid of this avatar because that's not any good. And then we're just going to rework. I don't know. What do you go to? Why do I have a big circle in here? I don't need a big circle. I think I was using that as an anchor or something. I don't know. This I'm going to reorient so it's flat. Are these linked? I can't tell. They are linked. Yay. That's going to make life a little easier. And I didn't want to move the line. I just wanted the point. Thank you very much. And I'm going to kind of want this to be flat. There's a curve in there. We'll get rid of that. I'm just going to snap this in here to be flat. Do that. All right, let's get our avatar in here. File import. We'll do an import add obj. And now we have to find where we were working again. Yep, I don't see it there. Fantasy, ancient, whip. I want the leg. And then we want the soul in here. I hit the wrong. No, wait. It wasn't paying attention to my buttons. Okay. OBJ selected. No. Yeah. No. 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 Import add OBJ to garment. That's what we want. want ancient boot. I do want to trace the pattern on this. And then we're just going to freeze that so it doesn't do anything. And then I want to start sewing this stuff to that. Let's move this kind of out of the way. I'm going to leave, and then we'll see how much adjustments we have to do. Where is this heel cap? Where's the bottom of the heel cap? Oh, you're the heel cap. You're the toe cap. I'm going to just, dang it. Here, we'll deactivate the pattern and sewing on those for a little bit while we work with this. So I think I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Let's do that. I'm going to leave, okay, so we're going to convert these to curves here and here. I just want to leave the center point at the very front of the toe. And then similarly, we're just going to leave one point right at the back of the heel, which probably I think can be that one there. Probably good. Then I'm going to take this and sew it into here. I want to put a split in here so I can do it like half and half. And we're just going to say uniform so it sticks it right in the middle. And then I think sew this in like this. I should probably unfreeze that. Okay, then we're just going to, I'm going to unsew this for a little bit. We'll come back to that. I think I actually kind of want to pull this out farther, but we'll see. And then I want to sew that over here. And then this over there. Oh, hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. I gotta step away for just a minute and I will be right back. So I'll be back. Dum 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 dum. All right, we're coming back. Sorry about that. Oh, so where were we? We were doing boots. I was sewing stuff in. I think I'm actually ready to just sim. If the program will acknowledge me. Hello, McFly. Oh, my door's open. Hold on. I gotta close my door. What were we doing? We're over here. I'm going to hit the sim button. It's going to do stuff. See how it's sewn on there and it's not sewing? Is it? What happened there? Are you not sewn on? Is something disabled? We're going to, okay, so we can start tweaking this. So you guys, I'm going to go like that. I'm going to split this up, and I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it looks like I got sewing, but is it like this disabled or something weird? Is it just broken? Is it just doesn't know anymore? You know what? I'm just going to delete and reapply. So we're just going to put that back in to here. Oh, you know what I probably should do is adjust this to be that 90.5. Let's do that. What I did is I pulled this down, didn't I? So I probably should pull you. What are you looking for at 90.5? Do I got a little point in there? Yep. Can I just push you around until you're like 90.3? That is freaking darn close. That'll work for me. So I'm going to take that 550.4. Oh, no, wait a minute. You guys are mirrored, aren't you? Yes. Okay, I don't have to muck around with that. I can just come in here and fix and then do the sewing there. And then I'm going to do the sewing here. There we go. Okay, I want to change. I need to get this deeper into here. And we need to adjust this to be a little smoother. That kind of works. Okay, let's look at this. Actually, what I want to do is pull this out so it's straighter. So the idea is just to make this angle come out this way, and I wish that would stop moving. I'm going to pull you back a little. That's not too bad. Then I'm going to readjust the toe cap. I could probably stand to put a little curve in here. Kind of like that. All right, we're going to rework this. Because now I have to... I'm going to put a split on this. I got too many points in here. Let's clean some of these out. Like those. And those. And you guys need to be... So there's a measurement here. I can measure this right here. 71.6. Hey, Willie, how are you? 71.6. We'll change the length on that. 71.6, but I need it to go the other way. And I'm going to make that 71.6. Change length, 71.6. Okie dokie. Okay, now I just need to kind of figure out, you know what, I'm just going to sew this in and it'll give me the measurements. So that's his 309.6, and we're sewing into 115. Is that right? 193.7. 193.7. So I got to change the length on this to 193.7. And we're going to say both. I don't want you to go that way. I want these to stay in place, and I want you to move. And you know what? I'm going to cancel that. There's a point in here, isn't there? No, there isn't. You know what? Maybe I could just, we're aiming for 197, right? Was that right? I guess it was. I don't know. Let's see how this, let's bring you back to life. I think I have to do activate, right? Actually, what if I get rid of these? And then what if we just drag you about? What was our target again? 197. So I don't know. Somewhere in there. Activate. Hmm. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. That fits so much nicer than it used to. Um, let's do this. You go to there, and you come to here. You know what? I think that's going to do the trick. And then I'm just going to run laces right up the front of that. I'm going to tweak the shaping a little bit in Blender to give me a slightly better toe. And actually, what this does is, are you sticking down there or something? Okay. And then what this does is, what I kind of want to do is be able to maybe just make these invisible so you can so it looks kind of like a Greek sandal. All right, we're going to run 2 lines all the way down here. Actually, I need like 3. So I'm going to come in 10 millimeters and we're going to cut that out and run laces all the way up. And then I'm going to put a tongue that'll run all the way up on the inside. So actually, is the way, should I do that? Then cut that out, make that the tongue. Yeah, that's it. Cut that out, make that the tongue. No, I'm going to make the tongue's going to be one smooth strip. Gonna do the dishes. Okay, have fun with the dishes, man. What if I get rid of you guys? Nope, we don't like that. Bad idea. What if I just get rid of you? Too tight. Maybe. Give myself a little bit more wiggle room in here. I'm not happy about that. I mean, do I just need to maybe do something like this? Stream is on mobile. Cool. Maybe I just pull this back a little bit and then we just add a little bit more to the toe cap. That's what I'm starting to think. Pull you out. Get rid of you. Grab these 2. Just slide that back. I'm going to have to retouch up that seam right there. And then I'm going to make the toe cap larger. Hey, Charles, how you doing today? I'm making another warrior outfit. We're doing lace-up boots. All right, and then you now need to be 198 to 193. You're so close. You know what? Oh, because you're now too small, aren't you? So I made you larger. 80. You should be like 160 or something. You know what? I'm going to convert you to a curve point. I'm going to get rid of you. And what did I say? 160 is my magic number now. So we're just going to push that out to about 160. Somewhere in there. I need a little bit better. Probably okay. I think this is going to be close enough. I'm going to get in here now and I'm going to get in here. And we're going to set up this. So I want about a 20 millimeter gap. And I'm going to need like 10 millimeters and 5 millimeters. So I think I'm going to 10, 20, put a line through there. No, I'm going to do, yeah, 10, 20, put a line. But actually, we're going to do 10, cut out. So it's going to work like this. Offset is an internal line by 10. And then we're just going to remove that. Cut. Just cut. And then delete these. Then what I need is 2 lines in here. One's going to be the rope for laces. So I think I'm going to do 8, 8. Let's see how that looks. Offset is an internal line. I need 2. I'm going to say 8. So actually, damn it, I accidentally canceled instead of offset is an internal line. 7 millimeters. Okay, dang it. Offset is an internal line. That one I could probably make 5, but this is good. So whatever that is going to be the tongue. 5, 7, 7, 3, and 10, 20, 40. So S 40, 577.3. Okay. I probably need to cut these, don't I? Is this still having issues with internal lines? I guess we're going to find out. So that's going to get sewn into this. This is going to get sewn into that. This should get sewn into here. So I think we'll do this. You know what I need to do? I need to extend and add points to the pattern outline for those. So I have a little point right there. So I can do this. All right, let's do this. It's going to sit on top right now. Oh, and it needs to cover. I'm going to get rid of this, I think. Let's switch the layer on this to like -5. There we go. And that got bunchy, didn't it? Oh, you know why? Are you not? You are 40. Oh, these are longer than I thought they are. I need to make this a little bit wider, I guess. See, that's better. I need to, and then I need to sew this onto here, right about there. So I need some measurements. I'm not sure what you are. Do I have a, see, I need to be able to sew this to this. You know, let's do it this way. So that's 20.6. Oh, that's really close. See, that's 20.6. I'm just going to go to 21. And that works. So now we're just got to put laces on here. Do I want to extend these out a little bit further, maybe? Make you a little bit smaller? I don't think so. Okay, what's the thing to get it to lay flat underneath? I can never remember that. Seam line. And then I need to put on this line. This line here, I need to chop it up so I can sew things on it. So that I can just split, right? Does something say split here? No, it does not say split in here anywhere, does it? Is my split grayed out? Am I just not seeing split? Am I not allowed to split? Split, there's split. Okay. We're going to say uniform split, and we're just going to crank on this to something like that. So I'm going to do 16 laces. And what I should do, you know what, I'm going to redo that split because I'm going to put a split point right there where I'm going to start at, and then we can evenly split down the rest of the way. I don't want you there. I want you a little. Do I want you there? 5 millimeters up across. No, I want you about a little bit lower. Let's say 15 right there. That works. We're going to use 15 millimeter or 5 millimeter laces to go across, and I'm going to just do a cross pattern with that. And then I want it to come down, you know what? And then we'll just put a split right there. I'll say 15 on that. I'll say 10 on that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to sew from the bottom up. Yeah, we'll do that. 10 on that. Say okay. Then I'm going to put we'll put 14 in here. I did that wrong. I was looking for split. Uniform. If we say 14, if we say 15, that should give me 16 laces in total. And then I have to kind of figure out from here to here. So this is like 20, 35. If we angle it, I'll say 45. These are going to be 35. So I need two at about 35. And I'll start those right now. Kind of like this. 35 and 5. And say okay. And this just becomes tedious. Oh, you know what I can do? This is how we're going to do this. I'm going to split this in half. Oh, and then I can angle these. Yeah, baby. That's what we're going to do. Right? Do a cut on that. Cut and sew. Actually, I'm going to get rid of you. And then we just dupe you over here. And then I'm going to sew those together. This should save me from about half the sewing. And then I can do, now it's symmetrical, right? So when I do this, does it do both sides? It does both sides. That's what. And actually with this one, I'm going to want it underneath. So there's this weird over under thing I've got to play with to get these to come in right. We'll work on that later, but right now we're just going to get these kind of popped into place. And then this is going to be the bottom one. So that's going to end up right about in there. All right, so the first two laces are on, the top and the bottom. Oh yeah, this one sits on top. And okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to dupe these and make them. And then I need 1, 2, 3, and then we need 4, 5, 6. I'll do these in simple groups. So let's put this up here. And I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need 15 of those. And then I need to duplicate those. Okay, so these I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to, let's just do this. 35 by 5. Okay. I'm just going to kind of line this up. So it's going to be from here, and then it's got to stretch all the way down to here. So it's going to kind of look like that, right? And now I need 15 of these. And then what we're going to do is we'll make duplicate copies so that we get 15 on the other side. All right, so that's that's 2. That's 4. That's 5. That's 15. That's 10. That's 15. Okay. Now I just have to sew all of these in here. I'm going to move that tongue out of the way. And this is just tedium. But once I get this done, I should be able to just dupe it and it should sew it on the other side. And then it's a matter of, I actually do have to chop these in half. Damn it. Let's, so I'm going to recopy those. Because what I got to be able to do is I got to be able to change the layer order of the tips different from each other. Is what I need to do. So I'm going to put, you know what, let's just put a split. Just put a split there. And a split there. Connect those and then cut it and sew it. Oops, I didn't do it right. Let's try that again. Cut and sew. All right. Now I'm going to make 15. So that's 2. 4. Whoops. 4. 5, 6. I don't want 5, 6. 12. 15. Okay, now we're going to go to town. Oh, you're doing it wrong. Okay, those are good. Where did I leave off? Right about here. Missed. All right, I can still see. I got three more. I think I must have miscounted. Oh no, this is I got four. I think I still miscounted. Maybe. Maybe not. Ah, that one is going the wrong way. Okay, I got three left. Two left. No, I think I'm off by one. Yeah, I need one more. I guess there were 16. So we're going to simulate these into place. Then we'll make the copy. All right, let's see how this goes. Have I saved this yet? Ancient boots. Okay, let's do this. A little save here. And we'll just kind of get this over. All right, and now we'll just, you know what? I'm going to put a layer on this so it all sits on top. And apparently I've screwed some of these up. So I janked up. Oh, and that's why I had an extra one, because I screwed these up. I think. Oh, wait, you go here, you go there, you go there. And then you are an extra. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of this one, and then we're going to fix these. They're all sewn on the wrong. And then I'm just going to undo that. Undo that. See, there's my problem. That's not sewn in. Which means hopefully that will go there. That will go there. And that will go over here. There, that's better. Some of these are got a little twisted. You got a little twisted around because you're a naughty boy. Are the rest of these okay? I think the rest of these are okay. You're my twisty little twisty fellow there. Control F, and we'll control F that, and then we'll see how this goes. That's better. Okay. All right, half of them are in, and now I should be able to just Control D, mirrored editing. So I can just take these over here, Control D, bring that over there. They're probably all the way on the other side, though. We're going to move those when we find them. That's not too far away. But it'd probably be easier if they're like in here somewhere. There we go. And now it would become, now it's the tricky game of getting, so like these parts here and here need to be underneath. These need to be over. They're going to get funky in the middle. I can fix the middles in Blender. I'm going to get rid of you guys. I'm going to actually add a, and I think this is going to be what my boots will end up being looking like. And we're just going to flat sole those. And I'm actually going to have an option to hide the toes and the heels, which means I got to detail that, or maybe I won't. Never mind. It's a dumb idea. That's like a little extra option that nobody's going to care about. So we're not going to do that because that's like extra pain for no gain. Let me do a little bit of cleanup over here. Let me see if I can do it this way. There's a way to distribute these, right? Distribute somewhere in here. I don't do it that often. That's why I can't find it. Distribute. There it is. Vertically. Yeah, whatever. And then we'll just do that for each one of these groups, and hopefully they'll all line up properly. I don't know why you said you couldn't do that. Let's try this. Lines of points. What do you mean? What do you mean? What the frick? But if I do that, and then put you back. All right, that's probably what it was. We just need a little room in here. There, that's all nice and pretty now. Now comes the tricky part. Actually, all of these are unders. So let's, so that's at -5. I'm going to put you at -10, so you're under everything all the time. So these parts, we want to have that come under here. These parts, we want to be over, and currently they're all at layer 5. So I think what I need to do is just grab this, switch that to layer -5. Sweet. Oh, the other side didn't get, so, and then we got to do that over here. -5. And it's going to get a little funky in here, right along the center lines where it can't decide which should be on top of what. So I might need to clean that up a little bit in Blender. But for the most part, I think my laces are done. I think actually most of the Marvelous design are portion of this is done. Do I want to angle this? I am going to put let's put a trim right through here. And we're going to just use textures for the eyelids. Duh. I think you all saw that coming. Um, what I'm thinking of doing is taking these down and just curving that a little bit. So I'm just going to move that like so. And we're going to put a little bit of curve on that. Then we're just going to come over here and readjust where this is sewing into. Except it won't let me. There it is. I can't grab it. Oh no. How annoying. Can I just not edit you? Is that what? That's what you're doing. You're a bad boy. All right, you know what? I just got to resew these in. That's what I have to do. Apparently. So I'm just going to stop up in there. And then this is just going to get sewn into here. And then we're just going to do the same thing. About so. And then this. Like that. There's a little bit of a disconnect back there. What did you slide down? There, I can. Maybe I should take those up a little bit higher. And can I adjust these over here? No, that's not right. That went in the wrong spot. You both went in the wrong spot. What the hell? Oh, I know what it did. It slid the whole line. Or did it? No, it didn't. What the frick? Are you just that short? Okay, that's going to work. I'm going to bring you down just a hair. We're going to round those off. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing here. My magic number is going to be 10. Or 9.9. 10. There we go. I'm going to zoom in so it's easier to hit that. There we go. All right, I'm liking how that's looking. I'm going to strengthen all of these up. I think may not be a good idea. Let's hit save right now. Let's pop into here. do this. Control H. See, I'm getting weird biting because of the layering. What I might be able to do, actually, pulling them around a little bit seems to help. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I got my boot done. I'm just going to add some little trim here at the top. Offset is an internal line. You know, let's say 10. Do I want to put a, maybe bring it down here and then I have one. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll try offset as an internal line and we'll do 20, which means I'm going to have one eyelet out in here, which is fine. So I think that's kind of good. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I like that boot. What do we got? It's 322. I made fair time on the boot. There's a little bit of goofiness in the heel. Oh, it's gone now. So we're gonna. I am 2,000 points of 700,000. Only 700,000. Charles, you slacker. So what I need to do? Come up with a 700,000 point reward. Maybe 100,000 point reward. We'll think of something. What can I do for you for 7,000 points without me actually having to put any effort into it? That's what it comes to. I think we're good. I'm going to save you. File. Save as. Not Wild Thing boot. We're gonna. Which folder is that? That's the ancient. You're the ancient boot. Ancient boot. I gotta come up with cool names for an ancient Greek inspired warrior outfit. I'm open to suggestions, but we'll probably just pop open ChatGTP and see what it has to say about it. Dum, 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 dum. This is good. Save as. All right. I don't actually need you. This is going to be really simple. We can just use the transfer tool for this without having to do any of the goofy high heel rigging tricks that we normally would do. So we might be in a spot to kind of get this into DAS today. And this is boots, so I can add real thickness to it. All right. Import. Whip. You have a lot more than that if it was flexion. I know. Why don't you make it like a 10,000 way to you can drop it? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll come up with something for 10,000 points that you can waste. Charles is the greatest. How's that? We'll think of something. We'll think of something weird that won't make you uncomfortable. Um, I didn't save the boot yet. I'm not going to bother cleaning up the UVs because we're going to redo the UVs and whatchamacallit. So we're going to save all of this. File export, OBJ selected. File export, OBJ selected. Ancient boots. You know what? I'm just going to go over that one. Charles is the man with your sound effect on it. We could do something like that. Maybe I can come up with some sort of weird, maybe I can find a gift for some cool animation thing. Ancient boot. You know what? I'm just going to say ancient boot 02 because I don't want to actually overwrite that because I'm really scared about overwriting things. We'll say, okay. Yeah. Oh, you know what I did wrong? You know what I did wrong. Actually, you probably don't. So I am doing export OBJ selected, right? So that's what we're doing. And despite the fact that I said OBJ selected, it wants to export the avatar. Did I select the avatar? No. So why the hell are you selecting the avatar when I'm doing just what's selected? I'm going to complain about that a lot, so you better get used to it. All right, let's see what we got here in Blender. There we go. So I can just give thickness in here to this, to all of this. Actually, I'm going to do some tweaking. I'm going to make the, actually, if I do a 1 millimeter, let's try this. Let's break the laces off. Actually, I need a material in here so I can select something. I need 3 materials in here, actually. We'll do that. Okay, so you're going to be the laces. Let me set colors so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to add another one for soul, which is probably, actually, I don't see it in here. And then I'm going to add another one here for boot. Or if we're talking canon, it's a boot. Um, boot. Boot. Do that. Give that a color. Apply and close. Oh, did I not give you a color? That's because I didn't apply it. Oh, boo-hoo. All right, now we got it. All right. So I'm going to put that over there. And we're just going to put boot on everything else. I'm probably going to end up putting different materials on these. Maybe not. You know how we like too many materials. Okay, I think we're good. Now we're going to export. Export OBJ selected. Boot to. Do you want to place it? Yes, please. Uncheck avatar. Okay. Back into here. We're going to re-import. And now I've got these materials I can work with. Because what I want to do is I want to slide. I want to pop in here and grab the laces. And I want to pop them off. Because these get to have thickness. I'm also going to put a little bit of thickness up in here. But I don't need to apply thickness to everything. So let's come over here and do the thing for the thing. We'll do a little solidify on there. Now we got to tweak the solidify. So I want the offset to go this way. And we want it to be like maybe a millimeter. Maybe a millimeter and a half. And what I don't want to have happen is I don't want, you can kind of see it happening right there. I need another material in here. All right, we're gonna get rid of this. I need two lace materials. Is what I need. Because there's a stupid laces trick I want to do. I want some of the laces to get thick on going inward, and I want some of the laces to get thick coming out. And so I'm going to have the ones that are going to go underneath. Oh, but then they're not going to line up. Damn it. Never mind. There's an interesting idea, but never mind. I think what I just need to do is just go in here and manually tweak or give, because we got a little bit, but maybe that'll be okay if we put the eyelet on. No, I'll just have to tweak these so that they go back. That's all. Actually, we could just take the thickness off of these because you're not going to see it. So I just manually will pop in here, and where it's all poking out, I'll just get rid of it. Yeah, I think that'll do the trick. And actually, you know what? I don't even, actually, I do want to have this, I do want that to stay connected a little bit just because of smoothing weight maps. So I think that's good. All right, let's pop back into here, and I'm just going to give a little bit of edge thickness on this. I'm going to just cheat that by, you know, duplicate that. Shift D, scale, not on the Z. That didn't. Let's try that again. Are you separated nicely? You are separated. Scale, but not on the Z. You're not. You're scaling funny. Am I? Oh, I'm in local. Let's do scale on the global. That's what it is. Scale, but not on the Z. So I'm just going to kind of do that. So we've got to flip all of these normals. I can almost bet you. Let's just double check. Yeah, see these ones here? I got to make those face the other way. Is good. I just need to kind of. Actually, I want to. This has gotten inside the tongue, so we got to pull that back out again. So I want those right about like that. There we go. That's pretty. And do I want to put thickness all the way along the edge here? Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Maybe a little bit. Maybe not. Anyhow, I probably should put some thickness on there. So let me try. Does that work? Nope, that doesn't quite work. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to extrude this edge back a little. Into about here. Like so. Then these. And I'm going to connect these up. And then these. Yep, so we're going to do an extrude on those. Just pull them down a little bit. Kind of like that. So that gives me a little bit of thickness on those. In here. I'm thinking. I don't know. I might leave that like that there. Let's see how that works out. Okay, I got it out of face right in here. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to run these along here. Extrude and pull those back a little bit. My gosh, does this thing never stop? Okay, up to here. Up to here. Like so. I went the wrong way. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to fill these gaps in from here. I should be able to just walk that around. And then fill this gap in right here. This, and this. This. I missed that, and that. And I've got one hole down at the bottom I still need to fill in. I think it's right in there. Right there. Right there. I see you. Okay, those are good. And then I just have to have a little bit of work this out right here. So I think that now I just kind of clean up the laces so I don't have the weird parts of it popping out. Oh, and you're supposed to be underneath, not over. So we're going to slide this back inside. Edit mode. Why am I not seeing anything in edit mode? I want these. Why am I not? Three. Alt. What the hell? Are these all... Which way are these facing? What are my orientation here? That's what we need. No, I don't see red. I'm still not seeing any red. My orientation wrong. I seem to be selecting the face on the other side. Oh, I know. God damn it. It's because yeah, I've got the solidify on. Dag, dag nabbit. That's all it was. So I'll have to tweak that so it comes down there. I have to add a little bit more shape in there. I should select, you know what, let's dupe. Let's dupe that so I can apply the modifier. And also if I put we put a sub D on here too. Hide that. How are you looking? We're going to get a sub D on there eventually. Or more. You know what? That's probably going to be okay. I got to fix this underneath here, though. So that does that. That's probably going to be okay. And then what I want to do is I want to get this attached down to here. And then I can hide the back. Or I can just, I'm in the wrong thing. Damn it. Tab, select tab. Oh, which one? Did I ever apply? Let's apply the solidify on here. Tab out. Tab out, select, Control A, come in. There we go. M at last. I want at last. M at last. There we go. Maybe I should run that. You know, I should just do that for all of these on along the edges. So this is just going to get a little tedious here. And then I'm going to clean it up a little bit further. Is that what I want? I'm thinking clear sharps. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. And I have my plan of attack now. I'm going to take that off for the time being. So I'm just going to work in here, merging these points like this. Nope, at last. Merge at last. There we go. So I don't know. We'll just run up one side and then we'll run back down the other side. And then what I got to do is I'll kind of tweak the if I've got any stuff still popping up above. We can tweak those. Nope, I did the wrong thing. All right, moving along. It is cleaning up a lot of the stuff that I had showing up on the top that I didn't want to see. So I don't know, what is it? 16, 32, 64 of these. 128 points. Going down to 64 points. Something like that. One of the things that makes this handy is it kind of remembers the last thing you did and leaves your cursor sitting right on top of it. So I don't have to go hunting for at last every time I do this. Because Blender says, hey, you did that last time. We're going to have the menu pop up with the last thing you did right underneath your cursor, which actually saves a bunch of time. You get to that point where, keystrokes, little things like that make a huge difference. You end up doing something like this 64 times, having to hunt down that at last every time becomes really painful. So not having to do that really speeds things up. All right, we're done with one side already. I keep hitting the N key. That's why the side menu pops up. Or pops away. Oops. I had too many selected. So I'm going to weld these back in eventually. I think we'll try to get the UV seams set on these. Actually, I should have UVs kind of set up. No, it's probably going to be a hot mess. But I probably should do this. I don't know if I can maybe add a center line. Am I done? I'm done. All right, let's see how this UVs. Um, can I just select? See, it doesn't do that. Can we just put a single loop through? It doesn't go all the way through because some of these are weird ass points. Do I have anything? 3A. So this is probably going to be a really hot mess. Oh, that's not too bad. I might be able to live with that. Let's try some of the other. No, that wasn't good. Maybe I'll just have to go with the smart and not worry too much about how neat it looks. And we'll just use good old triplanar mapping or something to get this so it looks okay, is what I'm thinking. All right, so that is done, and actually merging all those edges together kind of gives me a nice look, and it kind of ensures, for the most part, I gotta get that pushed under. But for the most part, we don't have too bad of a. We still have a little bit of popping up, so I guess I could. Well, I don't want to delete. I can probably just make sure that my whatchamacallit, maybe if we just tweak the shape a little bit. Okay, my clipping's too close. Where are you? You're in view. Clipping start is set to a centimeter. We want that to be at least a millimeter. So the idea is to just kind of maybe move that down a bit. So I think that's probably what we'll just kind of do is kind of just move these around a little till they do something like that. So this one, the rest of these are looking okay. Or looking forward to seeing if we got any that are kind of, see over here, I can see it's coming through just a little bit. Maybe not. I don't see it in here. I could see it from a distance. So, it probably doesn't hurt to do that. The rest of these are probably all right. I think I'm going to smooth that out, and I'm going to add some wrinkles back in. I don't know if I want to do those, and then let's get the soul in here. You got kind of weird janked. What the hell happened to you? Why are you so odd? Do I have the other? Nope. Actually, do I have something hanging in here that I shouldn't? What the hell? Oh, you know what? My sewing was probably screwed up on those. So let's see if we can figure out if we can unwrap this. If I delete those, it leaves me a weird. There's my problem right there. And I probably got the same thing over here, right? And then I'm going to get rid of these guys. And now I have like three building up into one on both sides. I can kind of slide this so I can do I want to do yeah, I have to do something like that. I guess I could just put the tries on the sole. Yeah, we'll do that. So slide that, and then we'll just fill in these faces here. Okay, and I've got a weird little divot in here, right? So I'm just going to kind of pull that out. Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. We'll just G-stretch through here. So it straightens it up that way. We'll do a little G-stretch there, so it kind of flattens it out that way. And then I can kind of, I'm going to touch that up. And you should probably be a little straighter. And let's recalculate the normals. That might go a little ways of smoothing things out. Is it reset vectors? Is that what I'm looking for? It is. No, I'm just getting. Oh, you guys. Which way are you facing? Oh, that's my problem. That also doesn't help. These need to face the same way as the rest of the sole. We're going to extend the sole. I think that's. So let's flip those. Mesh normals flip. Excellent. So let me make sure you are assigned to the sole. And then let's select the whole sole. And then we'll just do an extrude. Pull that down. Do that. We'll flip the normals. Is good. I'm going to pop into sculpt mode and clean that up. See if we can fix this toe. I need to tweak the strength of the smooth. I don't see my smooth. Oh no. Can I? Oh, you scroll down a little. Here, let's see if I can pull this up so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. There's my smooth. I think that's good. Let me get a G9. Oh no, there's a toe. I think that's good. Let me see if I can pop some. I do want to kind of smooth you out. I don't like that weird diamond shape. I think we're mostly good. It's almost 4 o'clock. So let me do a couple of things here. Let's just put a little bevel right in there. So what I can do is select that line and just take that in just a hair. So we get a little bit of a, and I think that's pretty close. So here's how we're looking. It's pretty near to done. I have to UV map it and then we got to rig it. I don't know if I'm going to do that for the next stream or not. We'll see. If not, we'll do that on stream. But otherwise, we got the rest of the outfit in process too. Let's hit save on this. and kind of bring up the rest of it. It's kind of an armored, uh, I forget the name of that, the kind of the chest piece, with leathery strap things and a skirt and the boots. File open, recent, ancient, open project. So it's going to look something like this. I'm going to like I did on the rose blade, I'm going to do these in Blender just because I can get nice smooth shapes better that way. And yes, we're doing around booby cuts again. So it's going to look kind of like that. And I need to add a panty still. So we're going to put a panty in here. But we kind of have the skirt thing, kind of have the flappy leather things in the front. We'll have this. It's a bit different than the rose blade. We're not putting, I am going to maybe put some van braces on here, I think. Do I want van braces or do I just want to go do maybe a cuff brace? I don't know. And I'm thinking pauldron, a simple one. We'll just put maybe a one or one with a big lip instead of arm. So that's what I'm thinking. And a headband. I'm probably just going to put a simple headband on this one. We will do a belt. We're going to do kind of a shorter sword, Greek style, and a round shield to go with it. So that's what's going on with this one. The outfit I was working on, the CC09, it's pretty much done. I'm now starting to do the promos. So maybe I can get that submitted tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And then we can focus on this, and then I can start thinking about other things. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. Charles, it's always a pleasure to see you. I don't know if I shouted you out, but I did now. Hey, if you're on Twitch, stick around. We're going to raid somebody. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. That's always appreciated. And besides, I have to say that I think it's the law on YouTube. I'm not sure. They all say it. There must be a reason. Where are we at? Um, it's Monday at 4 p.m. We're going to go raid out. Bronto's on. But we'll see if somebody else, because we just raided Bronto Saturday. But then when we do love Bronto, and she's like one of the closer art friends these days. Commander Biscuit. You know what? Let's say hi to Commander Biscuit today. Let's do that. Peekaboom is gaming. I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing somebody who just came on. Soundworks is on. What's Soundworks doing? You know what? We'll probably just go hang out with Soundworks if I can figure out what he's up to. Soundworks is doing IRL. He's on his bike running around in the beautiful weather of Michigan. So yeah, let's go hang out and say hi to Soundworks. Real old Twitch friend. So if you could stick around for that. It's always cool just watching somebody tool around on their bike. Anyhow, thanks for being here. Here's the raid calls. Someday I'll get a Discord command again. Here's the sub raid call for those of you who are cooler than just regular raiders. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Probably doing stuff for this. We got a bunch of stuff. We got a belt, we got a scabbard, we got a sword. I'm gonna do a headband. I don't want to do a helmet on this one. Yeah. So, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna make. And there's the boots. We're doing the boots. So the boots are higher on the list of things to get done for this. Anyhow, thank you all for being here, and let's go say hi to Soundworks. Let's start this raid thing. /raid SND WRX. There we go. Hey, and I hope you have a good rest of a Monday or Tuesday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby. And happy Dinosaur Day.